What is going on, guys? Jesse504 here, bringing you my Week 3 matchup in the LBT. This week we are going up against ASP6, coach of the Biddeford Banettes. And I'm going to be honest, this is a post-commentary. My microphone glitched out, so I know what all these sets did, but I'll try to explain them, no spoilers, for the battle. So, SOLGALEO, leftovers, full metal body for the ability, agility, sunsteel strike, flare blitz, EQ. Um, yeah. So this thing, once it gets an agility up, nothing on his team really stops it, which is really nice for me because if I can get that agility up, then yeah, I pretty much just win. And there's a lot of things to safely agility up against. Oh, by the way, his team consists of Mega Houndoom, Dialga, Tornadus Therian, Mamoswine, Mimikyu, Galvantula, Executor, Toxicroak, Torkoal, Aerodactyl, and Tapu Fini. So there were some good threats, but a lot of it could have been turned into fodder as well. He has a Sun Core, and some of my Mons are good, especially Cinderace in that Sun. Up next is Cinderace, Heavy Duty Boost, Libero. Court Change meant to just court change back webs, which are very impactful because, I mean, I built my team to function in webs because SOLGALEO is effectively immune to them with its ability. Heavy Duty Boots makes this immune to them. I'm in the air, so I'm immune to them here, and then Primarina doesn't really care about webs. And then Chord Change, Pyro Ball, U-Turn, High Jump Kick, just fairly simple. Up next, Mega Gengar. This thing can set up Nasty Plot on the Fini and win from there. I wanted to try to fit Thunderbolt on this set, but there just wasn't room for it. It would have been able to hit the Torn T super effectively. However, that thing is still fairly bulky, but this thing has great special attack. Could just win after the Nasty Plot. I don't think Thunderbolt was necessary. Up next, Kyurem Black, Terravolt, Leftovers, Dragon Dance, Icicle Spear, Dragon Claw, Stone Edge. If I get a Dragon Dance off, I win. Fairly simple like that. Obviously, Dialga is really the only thing that throws a wrench into that plan. So once that thing kind of gets whittled down, then this thing can win. Yeah, Dialga is kind of just the biggest pain. Obviously, I can win through Dialga, but if I can work around Dialga first, then win, that makes it much easier for me. Up next, Scarf Lando T does really good work against this team. Allows me to outspeed the Mega Houndoom and any Scarfers that aren't Aerodactyl or Torn T. So neither of those are really good Scarf brings, so that's kind of why I like it like this. He also might not read the fact that I am Scarf because this doesn't seem like a very obvious Scarf bring to some people, but I think that it was. Just great damage against the team, and it hits really hard. Like, he doesn't really have a good switch into the Earth Power, unless Torn T is still alive. Otherwise, it kind of just kills everything. And lastly, just Primarina. Fairly standard Primarina. Just kind of sits there, eats hits, does damage, not too complicated. It's really just able to win after that. And so, it can just sit in on the Fini. Obviously, some of my other mons want to sit in on the Fini more to set up, but this thing can just sit there and kill it very easily, and so that's kind of why I'm packing this thing. And I'll be bringing you guys the battle in a second. Alrighty, so let's get into this battle. On team preview, I was almost 100% of the time gonna lead Cinderace, expecting, again, almost 100% of the time, a Galvantula lead, and turns out that I was correct. So I have to assume Sash Galvantula here, just its main purpose is to set the webs. So I was gonna U-turn, break the Sash, just actually do massive damage to this thing, go into the Lando, and he sets webs, yeah, like I read, and then he goes Mamoswine, and I just Earth Powered it because that was just a fairly safe move. He didn't really have a switch in. And then that turn I was kind of fearing an Ice Shard, but I also thought that he could have been Scarfed, and so he was just potentially bluffing that, or he thought that I wasn't Scarfed, and so, but I kind of just sat in there and just wanted to get that for pretty much just a free kill. And so now the Finny comes in, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but I saw it as good setup fodder to just go into the SOLGALEO and block the sticky web drop, switch in on the ice beam fairly freely, and then just really get ready to go to town here. He goes into Galvantula, probably to sack it off, but I end up getting a free agility off. And at this point, I just go for a pretty safe Sun Steel Strike. Nothing really wants to switch in onto that. Maybe the Dialga, but that's really it. And then he goes into the Mimikyu, and here I forgot that Sun Steel Strike went through ability, so I thought, you know what, let me go for EQ. I wanted to save PP, but I forgot about that. I could have just OHKO'd the Mimikyu. So he just goes for a Shadow Claw. It's fine. It's not like SOLGALEO ended up doing too much, or it's not like that mattered too much. I could have just killed it. It would have been one less turn. I would have had 50% more health, but still didn't really end up mattering too much. He goes into Toxicroak. I was thinking maybe he was going to Sucker Punch, but I just went for EQ, fairly safe. If he did go for Sucker Punch, I don't really know what I would have done, or what I could have done differently. So he goes into Dialga, and I just get to EQ again. Fairly safe. He goes for Flash Cannon, and then I just get another EQ off to kill this Dialga. And at this point, now he has the Finny, and I just wanted to play around it for a 6-0. Basically, I knew that I was going to need a 6-0 to really help me rebound from my 2 losses. So, after seeing how little that did, I knew that I would have to switch out to really get that 6-0. So I switched into my Primarina as he goes for a Scald, just really not doing too much to me. And then I heal almost back all the way up. And then he Toxics me into Rain, which I thought was kind of funny. I don't know if that was just like a misclick or if he accidentally forgot about Terrain. But, and then he just Scalds me. And Energy Ball for a nice easy 6-0 victory, allowing me to fully rebound. So yeah, I think that my prep this week was fairly solid. Didn't really have to do too much to really think about what I needed, and then just a fairly easy victory. Gonna be a nice and short video today, but it was a short battle, and I felt like the team was fairly self-explanatory, so I was kind of fine just doing that. But for the LBT people, feature match out on Monday, and until next time, Jesse504 out.